Just a quick note before the video starts. This was my first time ever doing anything like this, so I apologize in advance for all the weird editing jump cuts and stutterings and the ums and ahs. I'm sure I'll get over it eventually. But yeah, let's get to it. Hello Internet. You're probably wondering, who the hell is this guy, and why the hell is he making a video? So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Matt, and I want to share a story with you about how I came to, well, basically to be making this video and putting myself out there, and why I'm doing it. I was attending this training course. It was in customer engagement, and one of the tasks that we were assigned were to split up into two different groups and have each group have a team leader. In our group that I was in, I got assigned to be the team leader, and long story short, my own personal experience in customer service was as a team leader, but the trainer there told me that the way I presented myself was a little too passive or withdrawn, and I needed to speak up and have a little bit more confidence in myself. And that's always a thing in my entire life that I've struggled with. And she told me if that I wanted to act like a team leader, that I should dress like one, like literally. So she ended up dragging me down to the op shop just down the road, and she picked out a few bits and pieces that kind of matched my style, that weren't too businessy. They were in her words, funky, but to me it was like not business casual, trendy, I guess. But she highlighted a lot of my positive aspects, which I had been told before by other people in my life, like from previous bosses or people who've seen these traits, that I can act really professional and without prejudice. That I'm a genuinely caring person and stuff like that, all real positive things about myself. And she didn't really understand why I never really did put myself out there, and I started to question it myself. So she took me down to the op shop, picked out these clothes, and she had filled me with this sense of confidence that I hadn't felt in a long time, if ever. And I went home feeling real good about myself, and I just ended up overthinking everything. And that confidence turned into me having an anxiety attack. So the next day I decided not to go because I was just still feeling incredibly overwhelmed, and I didn't want to, put that stress and pressure on other people there. So the day after, I pulled the trainer aside for a one-on-one talk, firstly to apologize for not attending the class on the previous day, and I explained how I had an anxiety attack. And she said that I didn't need to apologize and that she had kind of expected it from me. I mean, that's the last thing you really want to hear from people, but she wasn't saying it as an attack on character. She had just realized that that was the kind of person I am. So we ended up sitting down and having a talk about a whole bunch of things, and she made me realize a lot of things about myself, or just about how people are in general, and the way people put up barriers and they inhibit themselves and they suppress who they really could be or how they really want to be, and basically the whole thing boiled down to that. It boiled down to the reason that people are is usually because of their pasts, and that's understandable. I get that kind of stuff. But a lot of people, and myself included, and I hadn't realized this until it was explained to me, that we may say that things from our past don't affect us so much anymore, or that we've got over them, and that we're okay and we're fine being who we are, when it's not entirely true. To put it simply, or to use an analogy, say a wall has a crack in it, and you just put something over it and say, yeah, okay, it's okay, it's fixed. That wall is still cracked underneath. You've just covered over the problem. You haven't truly addressed it. And that's basically what people do to themselves. They just forget about their past, or they say that those things from their past don't affect them, and when they are feeling in certain ways, they go back to the past and they use it as an excuse, where it shouldn't be treated as an excuse. You should use it as a stepping stone. You know, you should reflect on the things of your past and go, those are the things I truly overcame that made me stronger as a person. And I had never really realized that before. Like, I had a sit and I had a good think about everything in my entire life and wondered where all the issues and shit came from. And I realized that, yeah, I wasn't okay. I'm not okay, but now I know how to work through it. So basically, that whole conversation got to a point, and she asked me, like, what ideally I would want to do. And I explained to her this plan that me and my best friend have had for quite some time now about starting a YouTube channel, because my best friend and I, for as long as I've known her, and I think it's been about at least half of my life, her and I have been writers by hobby, and myself personally, I like all things creative. Like, myself personally, I've always loved creative writing. I've also dabbled in music production and like art, like drawing and stuff like that. And so me and my best friend Samantha had this idea for a YouTube channel, and it was weird to hear her say that the first time she ever mentioned it, because it's, for both her and I, it was way far out of our comfort zones. And from the beginning, I lacked confidence in this plan, or at least that's what I thought. And after I had this talk with the trainer at this course thing, I learnt that it wasn't so much that I had a lack of confidence in the plan, it was that I had a lack of confidence in myself to commit to the plan, or to ever think it would succeed, because my mind was telling me, like, I couldn't do anything that would be successful. After talking to the trainer and all that kind of stuff, just even the mere mention of said plan, of this YouTube plan that we've had going, fills me with a sense of genuine hope and confidence to pursue it, you know, to be corny as hell, to follow a dream. And now I'm standing here, talking to a camera, in the back of my head going, nobody's going to see this, but in the front going, you're doing this for you now. You know, you have always held yourself back and never wanted to go outside your box. So just go and fucking do it. And that's what I'm doing. This YouTube channel that we have planned extends from our creative passions, if you will. Both of us being writers to some degree. She does have a book published. I'll leave a link in the description below should anyone ever see this video. And, you know, check it out. Anyway, beside the point. This entire plan that we had with the YouTube channel to create content for people via, like, say, like, short films or animations, animatics, things like that. Or, you know, just have us sitting there and reading these stories to people, whether, you know, that we've written. We even had the idea to do, like, serialized stories, and to have some, like, really creative word challenges to give to each other and share the entertainment value of that with each other. Personally, I feel that it's kind of a bit of a niche, but it, at no point since this newfound confidence in myself have I said, we can't do this. And you know what? As cliche as it is to say, there's no such thing as saying that you can't do anything. Because if you put your mind to it and muster up the confidence in yourself, you can do anything. And as you can probably see, that I'm doing this with a smile on my face, despite the fact that it is way, way outside my comfort zone. And that in itself should show you that you have to realize the things about yourself, what holds you back, and how you can even just, you know, begin to overcome it in any way, shape, or form, to do those things that you'd always wanted to do, to be the kind of person that you always wanted to be. We wanted to share our stories with anybody who'd be willing to listen to them. And, you know, really put ourselves out there in a way that we never thought we would ever. To bring a new form of joy to not only an audience, but to ourselves, and to create a community around that kind of stuff. We didn't want to just do a gaming channel, because in my personal opinion, that's a real saturated market on YouTube. But, you know, so be it. I mean, also, there will be gaming on this channel, at least to start off with, because her and I have always loved video games, and it gets crazy sometimes, and we want to share the fun we have with other people as well as share our stories and just to entertain in ways that we never thought we would be able to. Which brings me to the meaning of me making this video. I wanted to share my newfound feeling of hope and confidence within myself with everybody else, because if our YouTube thing takes off, or if it goes anywhere, I want to show people that you know, everybody's got to start somewhere. Every story needs to start somewhere, and this is the beginning of a new story for me. I decided to make a vlog to show that I'm gonna try and follow my dreams, and if I can do it, a guy like me, who is basically a nobody, doesn't have to just sit in the corner and watch everyone else do things. A guy like me who can put his foot down and say, I'm not going to let the world tell me what I can and can't do. I'm going to make my own opportunities. I'm going to try to be the best for me because I want to be the best for me, and serve as an inspiration to other people who might have felt that way before. And to show them that they too can pursue whatever the hell they want to pursue. They can do what they want to do. They can be who they want to be. And they can follow their dreams too. Even if this dream that we have never truly goes anywhere, it'll always be one of those things where it's like, at least we tried. At least we did the very best we could. And yeah, that's it. This channel, where I'm uploading this video to, will serve as my personal channel, as a side to the main channel, which isn't up yet, because we've still got so much to do before we get anything up there. I don't mean to be feeling big of myself already, but if you do feel inspired, or if my words did touch you in any kind of way, you can leave a like on this video, or leave a comment. I mean, it's not like I have a hell of a lot to do in the meantime. I won't ask you to subscribe, but if you want to, feel free to, because I do plan on putting more vlogs up on here, because this is a helpful tool to me, to document those steps that I take to become the person who I want to be, and do the things that I want to do, and just basically put myself out there like I've never done before. So, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I really do truly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys around, I guess.